After turning 60, certain pains start appearing out of nowhere, especially at night, wouldn't you agree? That sudden calf cramp that jolts you awake, the annoying foot pain that won't let you fall back asleep, and no matter how much you massage, stretch, or drink water, nothing really works. Now, here's a statement that might surprise you: the problem might not be in your muscles. It's in your dinner. And worse, maybe in what you stopped eating, thinking you were doing the right thing. The truth is tough but freeing. Many people your age suffer from nighttime cramps because they follow healthy advice that was never designed for the body of someone in their 70s or 80s. Eat light at night, avoid heavy food, a tea and a cookie are enough. Sounds familiar? These habits, which seem so careful, are silently sabotaging your body inside. And the worst part is no one talks about it clearly. Meanwhile, you keep waking up in pain without understanding why. But here's the most important point: this has a solution. And it's simpler than you imagine. With small changes to what you eat, no medicine, no magic formula, you can see results this week. You just need to recognize the 7 invisible signs that show when your dinner is doing more harm than good. And if you identify with at least one of them, this is not a reason to worry. It means you're still in the game, and your body is still trying to protect you. In this video, I'll show you each of these signs, how they work, and what you can do right now to return to peaceful nights, waking up pain-free. Please comment your name and city below, and if you haven't subscribed to our channel yet, please subscribe, leave your like, and activate the notification bell so you don't miss any videos. Your support helps us keep creating great content to inspire you. What you'll discover here might contradict everything you've been told about nighttime eating, but it could be exactly what you needed to change your relationship with sleep, food, and your own body. Shall we begin? 1. Eating too little at night can make cramps worse, not better. Have you ever heard someone say that a light dinner prevents discomfort at night? This idea is common but may hide a silent mistake. Many people, especially after 60, start eating less and less at the end of the day, believing it helps them sleep better or avoid digestive problems. But by cutting down too much on nighttime food, you might be depriving your body of essential nutrients that prevent muscle spasms during the night. What seems like a wise choice is often the root of the problem. And the worst part, no one talks about this clearly. Behind the scenes in your body, muscles keep working even while you sleep. They breathe, repair themselves, and need energy. When they don't get enough fuel, like magnesium, potassium, and glucose, muscles react like an overstretched rope. They contract involuntarily, painfully, and persistently. It's as if they scream for help in the middle of the night. And the curious thing? Many of these nighttime cramps have nothing to do with physical effort. They are all about what you didn't eat before going to bed. Margaret, 74, from St. Louis, spent months waking up between 2 and 3 in the morning with sharp calf pain. She tried massages, hot baths, stretches, nothing seemed to help. Until during a consultation with a nutritionist, she found out she was eating too little at dinner, a light soup and a cookie. Her body was running on empty. She just needed to add some shredded chicken, avocado, and banana to her dinner for the cramps to reduce in a few weeks. Margaret sums it up like this: "I thought I was being healthy. Actually, I was sabotaging myself without realizing it." Studies published by Harvard Medical School point out that low intake of certain minerals at night can trigger cramps, especially in older adults. Your body doesn't just stop because you go to sleep, it goes into repair mode. And without the right ingredients, this repair fails. So, if you've been eating less at night thinking you're helping your health, you might actually be delaying the help your muscles silently ask for. But what if the problem isn't just the amount? What if what you eat is wrong too? 2. Sugar-rich dinner can sabotage your muscles without you realizing it. Many people believe that a dessert at the end of the day is a simple treat, a harmless reward after a busy day. But what if I told you that this sweet before bed could be draining your muscle energy and being the real trigger behind the cramps that wake you up at night? It sounds exaggerated, but this is exactly what often happens. The problem isn't the sugar itself, it's how it silently interferes with the balance of essential nutrients your body needs during sleep. When you consume something very sugary at night, like cakes, ice creams, or even processed cereals, your body needs insulin to handle this glucose spike. But this process ends up messing with magnesium and potassium levels in your blood, precisely the minerals that help your muscles relax. It's as if, by trying to process the sweet, your body empties the toolbox needed to keep it running well. The result? Your muscles go on alert and, during the night, demand payment with sudden pains. James, 69, from Atlanta, had the habit of eating a bowl of cereal with milk before sleeping. He found it comforting, part of his routine since retiring. But cramps started appearing frequently. After talking to his doctor, he discovered the sugar in the cereal was interfering with the absorption of the minerals his muscles desperately needed. He replaced the snack with natural yogurt, almonds, and some raisins. In a short time, he noticed the cramps disappeared, and his sleep became more peaceful. It wasn't just what I ate, it was when and how too, James said. Mayo Clinic specialists warn that high glycemic index foods consumed before sleep alter the body's metabolic rhythm and disrupt electrolyte balance. It's like trying to sleep with a car alarm blaring, your nervous system doesn't fully relax. And this applies even to those who think they are eating little sugar. Sometimes what seems light can be loaded with traps. But what if instead of sugar, the villain is hidden in another ingredient many consider healthy? 3. Healthy foods high in sodium can be the invisible culprits. Have you noticed how many foods labeled healthy can actually hide large amounts of sodium? Boxed soups, whole grain breads, light cold cuts, salty crackers, all these products seem like good choices for a light dinner, but they carry an ingredient that completely disrupts the communication between your nerves and muscles. Excess sodium creates an unstable terrain in your body, like an electric bridge sparking. And the result, especially for those over 60, can be painfully felt at night, with unexpected and persistent cramps. The human body works like an orchestra. And minerals, like sodium, potassium, magnesium, and calcium, are the musicians keeping the rhythm. When one of these minerals is in excess, especially sodium, the others get muted and disorganized. This makes the messages between the brain and muscles garbled. The muscle tries to relax, but can't. And that's when the cramp appears, as if saying, something is out of place. The trickiest part is that you may be consuming too much salt even without using the salt shaker. It's already embedded in many of your dinner products. Evelyn, 76, from Sacramento, was proud of maintaining a balanced diet. She almost always ate a ready-made vegetable soup with whole wheat toast for dinner. Still, she suffered from night cramps that made her get out of bed moaning in pain. In a local nutrition program, she discovered that the soup and bread together had over 900 milligrams of sodium, nearly half the daily recommendation. I was shocked. I thought I was taking care of myself, she said. Just switching to home-cooked vegetables with a bit of olive oil and quinoa drastically reduced her discomfort. In my opinion, homemade food is much healthier and more reliable than something ready and instant from the supermarket shelf. According to the American Heart Association, over 70% of sodium consumed daily comes from processed foods, not from salt added to meals. And this silent excess can confuse your muscles, prevent proper relaxation, and cause unexpected contractions. In other words, sometimes the problem is not what you see, but what's hidden in the packaging. Now, imagine if, on top of that, you're forgetting something essential in your meal, water. For nighttime dehydration happens without thirst and causes more cramps than you think. Most people believe that if they're not thirsty, their hydration is fine. But after 60, this body signal begins to fail. It's like the alarm gets quieter, almost inaudible. You don't feel thirsty, but your cells are begging for water. And during the night, this silent lack becomes even more dangerous. When the body is dehydrated, muscles become more prone to involuntary contractions, exactly what happens with the cramps that appear in the middle of the night and steal your sleep. Water is the conductor that allows all the minerals in your body to circulate, be absorbed, and do their job. Without it, potassium, magnesium, and calcium can't reach where they're needed. It's like having excellent workers but no transportation to take them to the construction site. And at night, while you sleep, your body temperature changes, your breathing slows down, and fluid loss happens naturally, even if you don't sweat or go to the bathroom. In other words, you're getting dehydrated without even realizing it. Robert, 81, from Tulsa, always avoided drinking liquids after 8 p.m. to avoid having to get up to use the bathroom. But in recent months, he had been waking up with sharp leg pains. When a nurse suggested he drink just half a glass of water before bed, along with a pinch of Himalayan salt and a small piece of banana, the improvement was almost immediate. He said, "I realized I was treating my body like it was the same as 40 years ago. But it needs more attention now." According to the Cleveland Clinic, older adults have less total body water and a slower response to dehydration, which makes preventive hydration even more essential. But most only realize this when their body sends the alert, in the form of pain. And the most curious thing? Sometimes, it's not just the lack of water that interferes, but also the excess of a drink many consider relaxing before bedtime. 5. A glass of wine or calming tea may be confusing your nerves and causing cramps. It seems harmless, even comforting, a glass of red wine or a cup of calming tea before bed. But what few people realize is that this habit, so common among adults over 60, may be sabotaging the delicate connection between nerves and muscles. Alcohol and some compounds found in certain teas, like natural diuretics, directly affect how the body handles electrolytes and fluids. This means that even with a proper diet, your system might be unbalanced without you noticing. And who pays the price are your legs during the night? Alcohol interferes with the production of the antidiuretic hormone, causing the body to eliminate more fluids than it should. Calming infusions, like chamomile or fennel tea, can have a mild but constant diuretic effect. The result is greater mineral loss through urine, especially magnesium, potassium, and sodium. Without these nutrients circulating at adequate levels, the electrical signal between brain and muscles fails. When this happens, nighttime spasms emerge as an emergency reaction from the body, trying to fix this internal short circuit. Helen, 70, from Rochester, drank chamomile tea religiously every night, believing it helped her sleep. But she was also dealing with recurring cramps. After hearing a talk at church about muscle health, she decided to replace the tea with a glass of warm water with collagen and a pinch of cinnamon. In less than 2 weeks, she noticed the pains reduced significantly. "I had no idea something so simple could be draining minerals from my body," she said. Studies from the University of Washington show that in older adults, even small changes in electrolyte levels can have amplified effects, causing muscle and neurological disorders. In other words, what worked in the past may be harming now. And this raises another question: does the absence of cramps during the day hide what is about to happen at night? 6. No cramps during the day doesn't mean everything is fine at night. It's common to think that if your muscles don't complain during the day, there's nothing to worry about. But this silence can be deceptive. During the day, your body is in motion, circulation is more active, and muscles receive constant signals from the brain to move and adjust. At night, everything changes. Blood flow decreases, nerve communication slows down, and the body enters recovery mode. And it's precisely in this calmer scenario that imbalances reveal themselves. It's as if, when the lights go out, you also lift the lid off a hidden problem. If you're still watching and enjoying this information, please comment your name and city below, and if you haven't subscribed to our channel yet, I ask you to subscribe, leave your like, and activate the notification bell so you don't miss any videos. Your support helps us keep creating great content to inspire you. This difference between the active state of the day and the rest of the night makes deficiency signals, especially of minerals and hydration, more evident. Without stimulation, muscles become more vulnerable to involuntary contractions. And the most striking part, many people go years without noticing this pattern, believing their pains are just part of aging. But the body, even when silent, is always communicating. The absence of pain during the day is no guarantee of balance. Sometimes, it's just a pause before the next crisis. Thomas, 67, from Charlotte, thought his cramps were caused by physical exertion. But they happened even on days when he stayed home, lying down or reading. During a visit to a physical therapist, he he heard for the first time that prolonged rest can actually trigger cramps due to inactivity combined with mineral imbalances. "It was like my body only screamed when everything was quiet," he said. By adding a balanced nighttime snack and doing light stretches before bed, he noticed a significant change. According to Johns Hopkins Medicine, most nighttime cramps in older adults are not related to physical activity, but rather to disrupted nerve flow and drops in essential nutrients. The body doesn't show signs all the time, it chooses strategic moments to warn that something needs to change. And if you ignore this kind of message, it tends to get stronger. But what if, instead of just treating the symptom, you could use your dinner as a prevention tool? 7. Dinner can be your most powerful natural medicine, if you know how to combine it. Few people see dinner as a self-care tool. But in reality, it's one of the most strategic moments of the day to replenish the body and prepare it for the night. When well chosen, what you put on your plate can act as a silent medicine, one that doesn't come in a pill but works deeply behind the scenes, restoring balance between nerves, muscles, and sleep. Eating well at night isn't about quantity. It's about quality, intention, and smart combination. And this makes all the difference after 60. Foods rich in magnesium, like pumpkin seeds, spinach, and chickpeas, help muscles relax. Natural sources of potassium, such as bananas and sweet potatoes, assist communication between nerves and muscles. Lean protein, like chicken or eggs, participates in muscle recovery. Combined with good fats like olive oil or avocado, they form a true recipe for protection against cramps. And when this becomes routine, the body starts responding with more ease, less pain, and more vitality. It's like giving the body the right tools at the right time. Laura, 72, from Denver, started composing her dinners with a simple rule: a dark vegetable, a light protein, and a portion of something natural rich in magnesium or potassium. Sometimes spinach with salmon and sweet potato puree. Other times scrambled eggs with avocado and sliced banana with cinnamon. I stopped thinking about what gave me immediate pleasure and started thinking about what my body silently asked for, she said. Within days, she noticed not only fewer cramps but also deeper sleep and easier waking. Research from Tufts University shows that simple eating patterns, when repeated daily, have a positive cumulative effect on muscle health in older adults. And this reinforces a truth that must be said: aging with dignity is also about making conscious choices, even in the small things. Eating well at night is an act of kindness to the body. But are you already listening to the subtle signals it gives, or do you only react when pain appears? If you recognized yourself in any of these signs, or even all of them, know that this is not a sign of weakness, it's a sign of awareness. Of someone who is attentive, present, and willing to care for the body with kindness. Because aging with health is not a lottery, it's a construction. Every choice made at night, every food included with intention, every small adjustment in routine, all of this speaks louder than your age number. And when you pay attention to subtle signals, your body responds with gratitude, sometimes in the form of restful sleep, other times in the absence of pain. Recognizing just one of these habits is already an extraordinary step. Because most people simply ignore. They think cramps are an inevitable part of aging. But now you know it doesn't have to be that way. Your body is alive, active, and still has much to say. And when you give it the right support, it surprises you. It doesn't want to just survive, it wants to function well, accompany you, sustain you. And that is rare, it is precious. It's as if, silently, it said, "Thank you for not giving up on me." Remember, what you put on your plate at night is not just food. It's fuel. It's care. It's choice. And these choices, repeated with intention, transform bad nights into restorative rest. They turn fear into safety. They turn pain into autonomy. Aging with strength, dignity, and health isn't a fate reserved for few. It's a path built meal by meal, decision by decision. And you are still in this game, with everything to turn the score in your favor. If you made it this far, tell me, which of these signs did you identify with the most? Comment its number below. Share this video with someone your age, it might be exactly what that person needed to hear today. And if this content helped you, subscribe to the channel and activate the bell. We're here every week with real, welcoming, and doable tips for those who want to age with autonomy and quality of life. Also comment, which of these changes will you try at your next dinner?